हेलो गाइस, आप सभी का मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल में एक बार फिर से स्वागत है। और आज है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डे और मेरे कॉलेज में हो रहा है एक मुख्य पार्लियामेंट्री सेशन। तो चलिए चलते हैं और देखते हैं एकेडमिक बिल्डिंग में। तो गाइस, मैं कुछ इस तरह से तैयार हुई हूँ आज और चलते हैं। तो गाइस, ये मेरा एकेडमिक बिल्डिंग है, यहीं पे हम पढ़ने जाते हैं। और ये है फुटबॉल ग्राउंड, आप देख सकते हैं फुटबॉल ग्राउंड है ये सब। और ये है एकेडमिक बिल्डिंग। और मेरे साथ मेरी रूममेट और जूनियर ये भी जा रही हैं सपोर्ट करने। हम सपोर्टर हैं और
हम सपोर्ट ही कर सकते हैं, पार्टिसिपेट नहीं होगा हम लोगों से।
हम सपोर्टर है, ऑडियंस भी रहना चाहिए ना गाइस, मोटिवेट करने के लिए। तो हम ऑडियंस हैं। गाइस, हम आ चुके हैं सेमिनार हॉल में।
So thank you very much. Today, as we look at the world, our own brother country, Pakistan, we call it as a failed country. And we look at the Nepal, the things are continuing. So those who speak French are from the France, those who speak German, Germany, and those who speak Italian, our constitution respect the North. When we step out from our metro, whether it is
और गाइस, चीफ गेस्ट को बुलाया गया है इस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डे पे, जो वो लोग अपने अपने कुछ स्पीच, अपने राय इस मुद्दे पे दे रहे हैं।
যে কেন আমাদের কনস্টিটিউশন থেকে জানা দরকার। আমরা একটা খুব পপুলার কবিতার একটা লাইন, বিবিধের মাঝে দেখো মিলন মহান। কারণ ইন্ডিয়া এমন একটা রাষ্ট্র যেখানে বিবিধের মাঝে দেখো মিলন মহান, এটা খুব জরুরি। বিভিন্ন এতগুলো স্টেট, এতগুলো ভাষা, এতগুলো কালচার, এত
हेलो गाइस, एंड मीट व्हाट्स योर नेम?
I'm Sunara. I'm from Sri Lanka.
Okay, and how is the environment of NIH?
According to this time, the environment is so good. I'm feel so happy.
Okay, and you are going to live here for 5.5 years, so I think you will learn and enjoy a lot. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And now we are waiting for the food packets which is being distributed here, and the parliament session will start very soon. The speaker will come and start the session.
So first, I will request all the audience, when the speaker of this mock parliament is elected, please.
Mock parliamentary session being held in the National Institute of Homeopathy, Kolkata, on the solemn occasion of Constitution Day, celebrated every year on 26th of November. On this day in 1949, the Constitution of India was formally adopted, which is a document that defines our very democracy, our rights and our duties. Today's session is a tribute for our audiences. To my right are the treasury benches representing the side of government, and to my left are the opposition, who will present the counter views. We shall now begin the age in physics. And second one is the integration of homeopathy with the modern medicine. We will proceed to the item number 1. I request the Honorable Ayush Minister K. Afri to introduce the first bill. Good morning, Honorable Speaker, respected dignitaries, House members, and students of NIH. First of all, I rise to introduce a bill proposing that 20% of PG seats to be reserved for the alumni of NIH. The purpose is simple: first, academic continuity, stronger training, and better utilization. This mechanism is already followed across many national institutes in merit based to AIPGT exams. Clause 3. This bill will strengthen NIH to present their arguments.
Member opposition rise to oppose the reservation of 20% seats for PG for the NIUG school. This bill is completely disconnected and it is against the Article 14, which guarantees equality for all. Not only that, it restricts the meritorious student to access higher education, quality education. Secondly, the Supreme Court of India, which has explicitly held that Such Institution of India 1980, Dr. Pradeep Jain versus the Union of India 1984, and the 2025 bill of technical medical admission, where the Supreme Court has explicitly held and has repeatedly said that such bills are such quotas and introduction of such bills is completely unconstitutional. Moreover,
been trained for 5+ years in this institute is far better prepared to continue advanced study here. This continuity directly improves the quality of patient care. This policy especially helps retain talents. Without institutional preference, top students often migrate elsewhere. Priority here because all the students will come to AIPGT. But in the AIPGT, the selection process will be interpreted because they want the person from the NIH to make a seat post. And then the person who gets at the actual bed. With that comes the
And the college, they complete their intensive journey on the December, but we can't. So they got a chance to prepare the AIPGT examination, but we can't. So that's a point from our presentation. Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Speaker ma'am. Thank you, Mr.
वो उपयोग नहीं कर पाएगा और हम लोग जब जानते हैं कि एनआईएस सिर्फ एक ऑर्डिनरी कॉलेज नहीं है, एनआईएस एक ब्रांड है, ब्रांड है एनआईएस, तो हम इसके साथ कंप्रोमाइज नहीं कर सकते हैं। और ये हिंदी में कहावत है कि पूछ सपूत तो क्यों धन संचय, और पूछ सपूत तो क्या धन संचय करते हैं।
We will now like to hear the closing remarks from the Treasury.
by the opposition, that is, we are not looking for the reservation for the upliftment of our students or the upliftment of the individual, only for the upliftment of the homeopathy as a whole. The persons who have been trained in NIH and who have been taken the 5.5-year degree in NIH, they have been produced and they have been prepared in such a way that they can, if they are given the more scope of 3.5-3 year post MD over here, they will always be fruitful toward the complete holistic development of the homeopathy as a whole. And the order of the merit was mentioned. Order of the merit is not being altered. The order of the merit will remain same, and it will always be preserved. And the merit, the whole selection will be based on the merit only. But the thing is that the students who have been deprived of the MCQ-based preparation because of the so much tremendous pressure in the OPD and so much catering so much of patients, which has been almost twice and fourth of the combining patient load in the other medical institute, they are being deprived in spite of having.
NIH is a Gurukula having not many Dronacharyas, and it's a dream of every homeopathic student to get in touch with them and learn from them. NIH is number one, not because of just the name, it's because of the best teachers, best faculties, best PGDs and best doctors. Let's maintain it. Let's maintain the best on the merit base, irrespective of from where the student has done their undergraduate. We are here to treat humans, not machines, and that's why life should not be a casualty. A single doctor may not decide a patient's life, but a single patient can decide the whole career of a doctor. So the best ever doctor should come in NIH. At last, I would just like to conclude by saying, Yogindraha Margasmet Namsuryar Bhedkar Sambhava Manavo Dharm Yatra Sarve Bhavanti Sama. On the path of merit, one should not create an act of discrimination. Equality is the true duty of humanity, where all beings are treated as equal. Thank you.
And these are the supporters of 20% reservation of NIH alumni at NIH, and the next bill is going to be passed, which is integrative homeopathy with modern medicine.
To prescribe those medicines whose action is not constant as our body is becoming resistant due to overuse of antibiotics. In homeopathy, drugs are being proved and reproved on healthy humans, so their remedial actions are constant throughout. After getting nothing from their medicines, the allopathics left only with surgeries. Meanwhile, homeopaths are aids to cure from root and aid to prevent surgery and to improve quality of life, and as in various cases like piles, fistulas, etc. This showcases the clear-cut ideological differences among them. Thank you. It will save life while homeopathy will improve the life. So for emergency, homeopaths should have the right to practice modern medicine. For example, striking of lightning, they should have the right to use RL, that is rincoselective IV fluid. In heart attack, needs immediate cord-busting drug. Anaphylactic shock, we should know certain measures and we should apply them to tackle the situation. In obstetric emergency, there are not a single life which is in danger, there are 2 lives which is in danger. So we should know some measures and we should to tackle the situation. Integration of traditional and modern medicine for universal healthcare. A recently integrated course for MBBS and Ayurveda has been already started in Jagmar Pondicherry, giving a fruitful outcome. And now, recently, modern pharmacology has been added to 3rd DHMS. So if we are studying integratedly, so that why can't we practice integratedly? So, and if our motto is saying, our aim is saying that just to cure, why don't we shake our hand and walk together for the betterment of the health?
going, only homeopaths are going to practice allopathy. Also, allopaths can practice homeopathy. In few cases, I have seen be it a orthopedic surgeon, be it a cardiologist. Ayush doctor, it's about keeping each discipline fully trained in its own time, but creating a referral code and referral and collaboration network between them. Also, second, the bill is not about choosing homeopathy and allopathy. It's about choosing coordinated care over the fragmented care.
See, after a lot of time, you have decided to give the mic, you have to give the mic. You can't say yes. Now from Prashik.
Foundation. Treat the patient, not the disease. It analyzes mind, body, constitution, and cure from the root level, not just symptom level. If we integrate homeopathy with modern medicine, it's like mixing pure gold with cheap metal, combining classical music with noise, and diluting honey with water. Why making a powerful system just to make it look similar to another? Homeopathy is not an assistant or backup system. It is a complete science on its own. Respected speaker ma'am, would like to present my points. Firstly, as a homeopath, we don't prescribe supplements, which becomes a limitation for us while practicing in a clinic when it is shortly required. But if we include modern medicine in our homeopathy, we can surely prescribe the supplement and help the patients in need. Like the allopathy and its harmful method. But the allopathy practice at the time of Master Hahnemann was disastrous methods. They were as leechy, venesection. It is not as same as the modern medicine that is practiced today. It has been mentioned by R.E. Gagan in the translator preface. The evidence-based medicine now is well researched, it is not tested, and once it is fully done on trials, then only it is sent to the market. And treatment on the basis of pathies, as Master Hahnemann said in the aphorism number 1.
Actions raised by my teammates. First of all, I would like to say that they are saying that we should, integrate allopathy. But now we have the example of modern medicine. What's the part? Okay, he is like going back to homeopathy. He is leaving the allopathy because he has seen the meticulous results of homeopathy. For example, the scene that led him to homeopathy when he himself is a pulmonologist, okay? Her mother was in ICU, he could not help, but he okay? He has cured many cases of cancer. He has also treated the cases like terminal cases. So he has spoken cancer as well. After that, I would like to tell the long-term effects of the snake bite. He cured her from the birth of. So we have spoken each and everything. Whether it's oncology, whether it's autoimmune disorder, other different cases. Points stated after the given time will not be considered. You have to keep in mind. It's not shared with this to vote. Those who are in support of integration, please show a raise of hands. Okay, the result is clear. Let us keep in mind there are no winners or losers here. We are all on the same side. On that note, I would like to complete today's agenda. The session stands concluded. We will have the vote of thanks by Dr. Priyanka Kaushik ma'am, and after that we will have national anthem and the session will be adjourned. Thank you so much.
Express our heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for making this Constitution Day a memorable event. I'm really thankful to our chief guest, Ma'am Professor Khatun. We are honored by your presence and grateful for your thought-provoking address on the importance of Constitution Day. Your insights on the role of citizens in upholding the Constitution's value have inspired us to reflect.
Court is adjourned for 1 year. And guys, the program has been celebrated very beautifully and it ended with a good note. And now we are going to our hostel and for taking lunch, and you can see here the peaceful environment of NIH. So guys, मैं हॉस्टल आ चुकी हूँ. The court has been adjourned for 1 year. और पार्लियामेंट्री सेशन बहुत ही अच्छा था, अमेजिंग था. If you like my channel, please do like, share and subscribe. Tata and bye bye.